You are still watching Prime Morning. That's obviously the Friday edition of Prime Morning. And we know that we've kept you very, very entertained this morning. We started all the way from 6 a.m. and we will end at 10 a.m. Roslyn Felly is my name. His name is K to the M to the J.
Yes, and we're back to have that conversation that you've been waiting for. So we're going to be getting into it. In the studio with us this morning, we have...
we have two giants, and in the entertainment industry, we call them the giants. We have one who is part of the Table of Men, right?
Yeah.
Table of Men, and he doesn't...
He's the convener and chairman.
Yes, of Table of Men, and he champions the Table of Men like nobody else does. Like, if I don't win, I'm not going home. Today, I have the opportunity to speak to him, whether he slept at Accra International Conference Center that day or he managed to leave the place. I'll get to know about that. His name is Kwesi Ennis. Hello. How are you?
Dog, original.
Did you sleep there that day?
Yeah, the masses are still not happy.
But did you manage to get out of the place?
Yeah, we go home safely with few headaches here and there.
You didn't have a choice, actually.
Yeah, we had a choice.
Which is?
We had a choice, but like I'm saying, the masses are still not happy. And still it's to the power to the people.
Well, the plaque is still who is supposed to be.
You know, he actually stood on the red carpet and said, if we don't get this award, I am not going home. I'm surprised he's here.
Truth be told, the PSS's win for last year, for this year, right?
Yeah.
It was not negotiable. And even honorable members at the board for VGME, they all know that the talkability for 2022-23, I mean, regardless of whatever Sharif or anybody has done across the world and all that, PSS Star was the ish. She was the golden girl for BGM for 2023.
It reminds me of an incident that happened with the Headies when Olamide and Don Jazzy were fighting. So Don Jazzy takes that word and he say, Olamide, if you say it be yours,
Can't take her.
Now he's not here alone, of course. You know, our very own Kwame Dorsey is here. Hello, Kwame.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, Charlie.
It's good to have you here again.
Good to be here, Charlie.
And you're ready for Showbiz Roundtable tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we are going to talk about sponsorship, you know. And it's a reason some of us are here today.
Yeah.
This man right here, Table of Men member, is having his Ghana Music Awards UK, and they have sponsorship. But there are others who don't have it because, you know, people are not willing or don't have the muscle to support them, and so they had to maybe cancel their events and all that. So on tomorrow, Saturday, we are all going to the Labadi Beach Hotel. We're gathering there with the brains in the creative industry, in the corporate world, talk about what the corporate world requires of the creative industry when it comes to sponsorship. Sometimes you send your proposal, maybe it's not well structured. Is it compelling enough? Are you giving them a reason they should come on board to sponsor the event and all that? So we have some individuals in the industry. We have Baba Sadiq, whose 3 music awards has been postponed
because of sponsorship.
So you know what? What we will do right here on the show is we will definitely talk a little bit about what will be happening tomorrow during the round table. And also, Ghana Music Awards UK's launch, which will be happening next weekend. And we know the convener, the CEO of Ghana Music Awards UK, on Kofi. He still lives at International Conference Center. He's here with us, and so we'll get into that conversation. But we have a divorce series that we actually do have right here on the show. It's actually Blown, our biggest series so far. Divorce series.
I know people are doing divorce parties. I don't even know divorce series.
Yeah, so we even talk about the divorce parties
it's on Netflix.
These days.
Yeah. These days it's happening in Accra a lot.
Yeah.
I attended one at Tasaku area there.
Hey.
Yeah, the guy had a big divorce party.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know the kind of pressure the guy was in.
He's free forever.
Well, we know you at home watching this.
He actually printed the girl's picture, framed it, and was sharing to people at the party.
For people to know that
in case it's over.
Oh, Charlie.
sometimes it's necessary. Yeah, it gets to that point sometimes.
We know you at home have been so engaged and engrossed in our divorce series. Some of you have sent in your messages, your questions. Please send in your messages ahead of time. Monday, we'll have our grand finale of our divorce series. So if you have any message, send it. There's a woman who sent her message. She said she wanted to share her story with us. We plead with you to resend it and send us your number as well so that we can get in touch with you and hopefully try and get you into the studio on Monday. We'll be glad to hear from you. But as we are about to have this conversation, want to hear your thoughts on our discussion as well.
Absolutely. So you can do so on our WhatsApp line and also on social media. We're streaming live on Facebook. Okay, so just go there and drop your messages. But the much anticipated, music awards. It's been over how many years now?
This year is the seventh
year.
It's actually 8, but because of COVID-19, took one.
Excluded. Yeah,
COVID took one.
You will never bring it back.
Yeah.
It's applied to the politicians.
One of these,
as well.
we need to discuss issues that happen at COVID.
Yeah.
The happenings.
It's making politicians.
You remember the other one? Are you a senior? I remember.
I can bring it out to you.
Your argument have fallen flat. In fact, this morning, wherever he is, the police officer, good morning, sir. We love you so much.
Doug, so we have the nominees announcement, which also comes with the official launch, by the way, next week. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so we are here again. It's the 7th edition for Ghana Music Awards UK. And on behalf of my boss, my CEO, Alodia, and his brother, Emilio Tetai, these two gentlemen have been very instrumental in the development of music in UK and diaspora. They've been very strong and powerful as one of the top promoters when it happened in Europe. And they've shown that strength also in the Ghana Music Awards when we started a few years back. And here is the 7th edition. Now, what is happening is that as tradition, we try to, every year, put up the nominees night here in Ghana so that at least the artists, because usually it's between Ghana and UK. So the first half happens to be held here to give an opportunity for our artists here, the sponsors, companies, the individuals, the media, to actually fraternize themselves with what we do. Ask the relevant questions, be sure of what we are doing. Stabilize the whole process here. And then before we transport ourselves to London on the 7th of October this year at Royal Regency Palace, Manor Park, where we do the event every year. It's been awesome. And this week, next week, Friday, is going to be powerful. Because for all of us, KMJ, you are aware how we do the event. Yeah. We try to make it plush. Because this is Britain.
Last year when I got there, I was like, it looks like the main event already.
Exactly. It looks like that, We try to make it plush because, of course, there are signatures on the wall. There are people who have done things in GH. And so whenever you are trying to match up, you need to make sure that you close the gap. Yeah. So that at least people who are coming, you don't take your patrons for granted in terms of what they are coming to see. So this year, next week Friday, we'll be having beautiful, of course, red carpet begins from 7 p.m. By 7 p.m., red carpet is on. And we are live across all the social media networks in GH and outside as well. And we'll be having Queen Echan, and of course, our own Ejekum.
Michelle
Ejekum. Her name is so lovely. Her name reminds me of some rich man in Ghana.
Okay. Riches is good.
Yeah. Riches is good. And so we'll be having the two of them hosting the red carpet, beautiful. And then we'll be having the official event. We'll be having KMJ and Jessica Lanning hosting the main event for the night, which is going to be beautiful.
This one.
The
this very one.
So you know him.
We'll be releasing our maiden edition of our song there.
It's not easy. And so,
is it going to wear skirts?
Skills?
Junior Osibo, I'm coming again. This time around, I don't need skirts, I need blouse.
USA one, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing blouse.
In fact, let me say, the anticipation, even when at the Labadi Beach Hotel, even the staff, the entire staff, the people who are there, they can't wait for the event to happen because they saw what happened last year. And the entire team, they are very excited. We thank them so much for The partnership with us has been awesome with working with them for the last 2 years. We'll be having performances and we'll be having episode coming through to perform. We'll be having F.A. Grace, we'll be having Mebelotry, we'll be having, FBS on, and some foreign acts, surprises here and there. Quite a lot of performances will be happening on there. And trust me, it's a night to watch. We'll be having the Arc Band who'll be training us to some sizzling high life, performances and all that,
That'll be fantastic.
and everything.
You know, as a part of Table of Men, I was hoping that you say, you mentioned a gospel musician who will be performing, but you mentioned Episode and others. I didn't hear any gospel musician.
I was just giving you highlights.
So who is the gospel musician on the bill?
We'll be having Mebelotry, and I mentioned, we'll be having Mebelotry, we'll be having F.A. Grace, we'll be having Perez also.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So are we winning Artist of the Year at the Ghana Music Awards UK?
You see, you are trying to put me. Where you are trying to push me, I will do something to you when you are done here. But here, and here for me, like I said, here I'm different.
Neutral.
I'm neutral.
Okay.
When it comes to this one, because you see, what we have done for GMA UK, which has given us the credibility over the years, has to do with, we don't do friends party thing. We are not sharing awards.
You don't own a table.
We are. We've
Even
tried
if
to
they
make
did,
sure
we've
that
taken it
we
away
make sure
from
credibility, because sometimes it's funny, and people try to, if you can give me the awards, I will give you $1,000. I said, no, we are not selling parties.
Oh, they say that?
Yeah, you need to win on merit. And everyone who has won for the last 8 years has won, 7 years has won on merit, including this year's one we are going to do. Yeah. We have a research team, we have people both here in Ghana, we have board. The boards, we have some here, we have also some in UK. We join them together on Zoom meetings regularly. They sit, they look at the nominations and all that, build the categories and everything, and it's been wonderful. We've tried to celebrate, extend it. This year, for example, we are having Best Europe Artist. We are having Best Europe category, artist category. We are also having a Best Europe Performer. We're also having the Best Europe Touring Artist. Okay. We've extended it because we've seen that a number of our Ghanaian artists, they are doing very well when it comes to the tour every year. Like Aiso Bar, like Atongo Zimba.
Even Jedu Blamble is still playing.
I'm telling you, go check the record. They are doing fantastic in various countries, from Australia to Belgium to wherever it is. And it's important to highlight them. So at least it becomes a motivation factor for other artists for them to also look at. And so we are leaving Stone-on-10 on Friday, 4th August, live at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Let me also take this opportunity to say a very big thank you to our title sponsor, Tabia Bitters.
They've been incredible.
They've been being supportive. Adonko this year, we have Adonko that they were with us last year and this year too. And then our freshest baby on it, we have Dr. Lawson Herbal. Dr. Lawson. Lawson Herbal, fantastic also on. And then Remit Company Limited, they are also based, they are money transfer organization, they are with us. And several other people, sponsors, who continue to come in. The GMA UK brand is becoming big. And for me, KMJ, we've gotten to a level where we have companies calling us and say they want to be part of the scheme.
And that's what it is.
For me, that is the issue.
That brings us to our conversation for today. Now, this particular issue of getting sponsorship for our events in Ghana, we don't know how you did it because it's been, what, seven years, but 8 years running. Okay, let's talk about how it all started. How difficult was it for you to ever get a title sponsor because others are struggling as well?
Okay, so I think the first one has to do with credibility and what you are offering to a sponsor. Everyone who wants to sponsor your event has what he wants. And most at times, event organizers always preach to sponsors what they want to do than what the company is going to benefit. I have money. I'm selling tomatoes. If I'm coming to sponsor Kwame Dadzie, I should be able to know what I'm going to get from sponsoring Kwame Dadzie. Is the first most important in every company we want to. What you are giving to me. If I put my brand on it. And so since we started, we've had real estate companies. And trust me, KMJ, we go to London and a lot there will try as much as possible, at least. Even if it is a house you will sell as a real estate company in London, he will try. Put you on radio in London, whatever you do. These are things. So the company themselves, they see the effort. Speak to, like the one we did with the CAFAM.
Yeah,
You know when the year when
remember,
Kafam was
yeah.
the title sponsor.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask him the benefit that Kafam himself. In fact, he did even a promotional package for some of his people to even win a ticket to attend the event in London. And we have Tabia now. Last year, we took product of Tabia to London. Everything that with all the boxes of
value
product,
for money, yeah.
everything was sold in London. And so when you do this, you go to him, he's excited. They open their doors to you and then they want to support again. But if somebody put his money, if somebody look at you and give you £10,000 sponsorship, and the person gets to London, comes home empty-handed, you don't even have the media partners who they are not relevant on your flyers, your billboards, and what have you, your promotional materials. On the day of event, they are not there because you see the package, the screens, and everything. You need to give them an opportunity to showcase from red carpet, because when you are doing event like an award scheme, there are too many chapters for the night. You have red carpet, you have the main performances, event. You have in between awards presentations, you have in between performances that you can brand for the person to be able to get value for money. But if the person doesn't get value for money, he will not put his money into you. There are people who comes with several interests. You understand? Everybody has an interest. Once you're able to fulfill the person's interest, it doesn't. There are some people, even when you send them the sponsorship package, they don't even read the entire detail. They will not read. Also, baby, most of my documented that anymore. Also, now most of my he wants to know from your mouth. Tell me
what you do for him.
I'm Rosalind. I'm sponsoring you. If you sponsor Rosalind, I will give you this. I will give you that. I'll do that. I'll do that. Go directly. Number 3, you must also prove as an event organizer, prove beyond reasonable doubt that you have the expertise such that when a company sponsors you, you will not go and disgrace the person on the night of the event. And we have so many mushroom event organizers in GH, and they have actually sacrificed all of us at the whims and caprices of their inability, their lack of their technical know-how. They don't have the capacity to be event organizers. There are too many mushrooms, some of them, who have betrayed the confidence and the confidence that trust sponsors need to have in us as event organizers. Everybody wakes up, you say, I'm an event organizer, I'm doing awards, I'm doing this program, I'm doing concert and everything. And then they go to the event that is marketed that is starting at 6 p.m. We sit in the auditorium, people are sitting there 10 p.m. They are still saying we sincerely apologize. Yeah. That word has become like a copper chain in people's neck. We sincerely apologize. Everywhere. We need to look at that word and take it from the dictionary because people are only in their houses now. You understand? It's a big thing. Yeah. So it's important. You need to be credible as a person who is organizing the event, to give confidence for the sponsor to look at you and say, if I'm putting 200,000 on VGMA, what is the mileage am I getting? Look at it, the people, the organization, credible. So that it will not be an event after people will talk, the negatives outweighs the positive. Yeah. And then the company that puts his money into you, it will even go and affect their corporate image. I'm putting $1 million into you, and then so we've gotten to the period where we need to stabilize this industry, get a proper regulator. When somebody comes up and say, I'm an artist manager, we need to look at the person and say, okay, give us your certificate. Because you can't just wake up one morning and go and say, I'm a medical doctor. You understand? We need to regulate our industry. It is the key factor to breaking this sponsorship barrier in our system. We have too many mushroom and nonsense people calling themselves event organizers.
Okay, Kwame does it. So, I mean, over the period, this is not new. Yeah. We've had this conversation many times. Often than not, when we get to a point where we feel we are tired, then we now decide that, okay, we can shove it somewhere else and then move on, because really, there's no feedback or positive, outcome. At what point did we get to that we decided that, you know what, we need to sit with stakeholders? Now we need to make them understand our plight. Over the week, when we spoke to some of the people who will be coming on, it's as if everybody knows what is there already. Yeah. How do we intend to get to the end of this?
At what point did we get here? We got here at a point when we realized that the corporate world speaks a different language from the creative industry. And most times it's difficult for either of them to understand each party. So if you observe the corporate world, they do things differently. Even how they understand proposals is different. Now, when you send a proposal, there are so many things they look out for, even your target audience, demographics. For example, if what you are doing as an event organizer targets an audience outside their target audience, they may not come on board to sponsor you. All right, so they have things they look out for. Apart from that, how unique is your event? We have so many award schemes in this country. For example, we have VGMAs, 3 Music Awards, One Music Awards, all over. Now, if you are coming up with an award scheme, and the scheme is also a music award scheme, how different is that from the others? Why should the person invest or sponsor your award scheme and not the one which is more popular? So I think that one other thing that most of the people in this space, the creative industry, also lose sight of is the fact that everybody wants to do something, the mushroom events. Why don't all those smaller events come together to form one bigger event, have the muscle, have the strength, go pitch for sponsorship? But rather, one small event somewhere wants a big company to validate.
You are saying in this country?
To validate.
Or the next one when we come back again.
Because I think one thing that we lack as a people in this industry is partnership.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do things on their own. And so one small company, something award, one small company. Instead of coming together, have the weight, go there, go tell the sponsor, this is what we have for you. This is what you can gain also from us when you sponsor us. But we don't do that. Everybody is being selfish. So many events in this space with the same concept or similar concepts.
But Kwame, that notwithstanding, there are others who have distinguished themselves very well.
Yeah.
If those people are also not getting the sponsorship, now there's a problem. For example, the Free Music Awards is one award scheme that you would say on a very large scale has put up a very good performance. And even if you want a competition in the system.
Okay. They've been here since 2018, right?
Yeah.
And
look at how they came in.
Yeah.
They were very competitive.
Yeah.
Even, and I can say without doubt that even Charterhouse felt a bit,
threatened?
Of course.
Yeah.
We all know what they came to do.
Competition.
No doubt about it, right? So if you're telling me that if these unique event organizers or unique event, whatever it is that they've performance they put up, cannot get sponsorship, that we have to postpone it, then there's a big problem. So, not because there've been this, there've been that, there've been small mushroom, whatever it is.
We know 3 Music Awards.
If an award scheme like 3 Music Awards is not getting the sponsorship,
then what is the problem?
There's a big problem.
Okay, KMJ. Let me issue this one. Seasons and times for businesses also plays a factor for sponsorship.
Okay.
Seasons and times. As I'm talking to you now, every Ghanaian business person, if you go to anywhere, has a crying voice in their corporate offices. In terms of releasing funds, cash to you.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, all these companies that I just mentioned who are sponsoring us, we've not received 50%.
I was about to come there.
We've not received 50% of the money that's promised to us. But we are in confidence, backed by contractual obligation, signed and
that it will happen.
That it will happen. Some may even come even after when the event is over. It happens.
Oh, okay.
It means you pre-finance and sort of.
Exactly. Some may even come after the event is over. It happens. But so I'm saying that we are not blaming all of them on technical know-how and some of the things we are saying. But some too, it gets to times and seasons, the companies, in terms of what, if somebody is sponsoring, supporting the creative art, what is the government intervention, tax holidays and what benefit goes out to people, companies who are churning out big checks supporting these companies? There should be some incentive packages for people who
like
over
tax
the
waivers.
like a tax waivers, tax holidays, what have you did, so that if the person is going that mileage of pushing a lot of investment into the creative art, the person sees the reason that I didn't mean you there's going to be a long-run benefit effect that will come as a booster. But then, so it doesn't, because there's no Father Christmas company in Ghana.
No.
Everybody is trading to no profits. There's no charity. It's not free. So, in as much as, yes, when they put their money, they get some returns and everything, it should also be a government intentional effort to cushion people, companies who are putting a lot of effort in pushing the creative art business. Because this is where, this is the thing. It's an industry that government has an eye on, with a whole ministry backing it. And it's important for these discussions to also start going on, for us to be able to create an avenue where people who put sponsorship money on the table, on the doorsteps of event organizers, to be able to say something. Other than that, it will become pale and still as well. And it will get to a time we'll be having some of these trends happening. Now, let me tell you, do you know the effects of 3 Music, the cost effect of 3 Music not being able to have the event this year? Can I tell you the job lost?
Yeah.
The cost effect in terms of from designers, people who do creative designs, musicians that will perform, technical crew who are supplying sound, who are supplying light, production. The employment level that it provides. Do you know the people who are going to sell at the venues? Because when we do event, look at the number of people that comes there and who are going to sell. You know, the kebab vendors. We have the ice cream people, the ice cream. All this, there are already made market that the creative art provides one night. We even go to the level of even providing money for GRA. Because they need to be at the gate.
They will be there
to take the money.
I think you had that conversation.
They need to come to the gate too. So government must take creative art issues on a serious level now. Because we are doing things that the government itself is even finding difficult to do. Providing already made market and job for people who are within this space. Who would have, because it didn't happen. And all these people are in their homes doing nothing. That's the situation we find ourselves. To the point that even fashion people, we go there a long way to provide market for fashion.
Yeah, because you get on the red carpet and they ask you what you're wearing.
So the fashion people too also benefit from. So you see, it goes on. I can mention on and on the benefits that the creative offers at a go on one music awards night. Just one VGMA night. If I tell you the various packages that are involved. So it's important that we extend this conversation, not just for what Kwame Dadzie and Co are doing tomorrow, but it's something that we need to actually also engage government and the private enterprise, the Ghana Club 100 companies. We need to find a way to look at their key areas, things that maybe they are looking out for, and then we are not. There was a discussion on radio some time back where a company said that their target audience, most of the things we do don't fall within their target audience. For example, let's say, for the purpose of discussion, Bentley. Okay, so you are doing an awards or an event, and a car company wants to come and sponsor. The car company will sit down, the marketing department will sit down, they will do their mathematics and look at the people who are coming to the venue and their financial muscle for the ability to be able to buy maybe $100,000 car at a go. So they will sit down and wait and say, if we put $20,000 to sponsor this program, none of them may be able to have a financial muscle. I know KMG will buy Rolls Royce one day. But for now, we have to be cautious.
Amen.
You take the for now off. You just take the for now. Don't bring the for now.
For now, when you talk
my records will sell. And my records will sell.
For now, we have to. For now, at least we should manage the Corolais to Kufodia. For now. It will be. So this is the thing. So the way they look at these options, and then they say, okay, no, it means that it's a no-go area.
Yeah, business-wise, anybody would want to make that.
So now, we also as event organizers, we need to look at this peculiar
when we send our sponsorship.
peculiar interest.
Yes.
And then have discussion, because I have been wondering that a gathering of, like, let's say Tahila or Hima Mercy Tahila concerts gathers almost 10,000.
Yeah. When you go into 16,000
Emoji's concert, the one he did at the
new wine.
The new wine. The new wine, where we'll be drinking the wine. He does a show to almost about 11,000 audience.
Yeah.
And if we're a marketing manager and your main this thing is to sell target audience, and an event which is pulling 11,000 people, and you say you won't sponsor, then I'm trying to find out, where do you want to sponsor?
But you see, Ernest, this is where the issue is, because I know that there are artists who have these events, but they still struggle to get the sponsors coming on board. I don't know what they say to them that they still don't come on board. Sometimes the sponsor will tell you, I don't have the money. They won't even tell you it's not my target audience. I don't have money. Is it that we ask for too much? Or it's how we go asking? What is it that makes them say no to us?
There are times they tell us we didn't come at the right time because they had already finished with their...
How do we miss that right time?
When is the right time? I've been wondering when that right time is.
No, I know they do all the budgeting quarterly and all of that.
The right time?
They know.
My problem is...
Okay, the right time.
As an industry,
the right time that you just said.
Yes.
Okay, so based on my experience, so I've been writing proposals recently.
At the right time.
At the right. Now this is the right time they talk about.
Yeah.
I was told a week ago, a few days ago, that we are late. Okay, so what happened is that every company, they closes their operational budgets at 31st December. They close the budgets for everything. 31st December.
For the whole year.
For the whole year, they close it. And then they go on small 1 week, something. My work, they meet at the hotel. The whole staff, management meets in the first week of the year. And then all the departmentals, they ask everybody to submit their budgets for the CEO and then the board to approve, for approval of the things they want to do the whole year. They don't also forget contingencies, emergencies that will come. But then they plan everything. So they look at it from that perspective. And then they plan. So the whole year, MTN can decide that the whole year we are spending, our total operational budget for the whole year is $10 million.
Or $1 million.
Or $1 million. And 300,000 euros.
I knew you go there.
So the whole year, MTN budget is 1,300,000 euros. That is the money they have earmarked for their operations. And then the marketing department comes up and say, okay, Easter, we'll be doing
Kowu, for example.
So we have earmarked 50,000. 1st July, Republic Day, we have earmarked, we are doing so and so, Sogakope, that one too. And then they look at the within activations and everything. So marketing department will come back and say, all their budget for the whole year, they need $200,000 out of the whole 1.something million budget the company has. So that $200,000 is the money that has been set aside for sponsorship things, everything related, including TV and radio placements.
Okay.
Everything. So what they are saying is that when they do that, they sit down and review a number of options and programs that they have. They look at the topmost priorities where they want to tie in their product for benefit. So they look at it. They look at their they look at your program, the one you are doing. Q Celebrity. They look at maybe program, cooking chef. They look at all these things, and it's okay. Let's target this one. Let's target. So sometimes you can even look at it that when your front market department, when they go, they themselves they're able to say, we want this program. We want this program. We want this.
Because it's something that they have decided.
That they have decided that they want to do. And then it gets we our turn. Now, the mistake that we also do is that we don't plan with companies. Event organizers, we don't plan with companies. It is we, this year, anybody who wants to do event next year, by now, you should be able to go to MTN, the marketing department, and find out their plans for 2024. You should. By now, go there from now to December. You have to go there and find out their plans, the activation plan for 2024. And then you tie in your product, your event into their budget. So before 2024, no, mid-year review meeting, board meeting, then your proposal is already even on the table for consideration. That's why can't they say we don't come on time. All the banks, all the companies, they have sponsorship budgets. They have money set aside. And the painful part of it is that some people, they don't even exhaust their budget. They need to return the money back. World Bank, all these people, there are money sitting down purposely for sponsorship. But there's a particular time which is allotted to the usage of that money.
Does relationship also count?
Relationship is very important. As I'm talking to you now, we have hardcore ladies in GH who open doors for sponsorship.
Hey, if you don't go through them,
if you don't go through them, forget about it.
Really?
Yes. They control the boss of all this
only women?
Oh, the men.
Majority is women.
The men, it was Kwame that who wanted to be one, but he couldn't.
Which Kwame does it?
And I'm guessing because he's married.
Which Kwame does it?
But no, the thing is, these are ladies too who have identified the needs of these companies. And they have built stronger relationship with most of these top marketing executives.
No, but that's true.
So what are these ladies that people don't know?
Oh, they are there.
Oh, Rose,
if in our capacity we know them.
Okay.
And these are people, they can actually go there and tell you that company will meet mama $10,000.
Yeah.
And it's possible.
Yeah.
And then they take their cut.
15%.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes. And that's the job they also do. Yeah. And when you see them, they are living correct.
And they are also part of this industry?
They are part of this industry.
Yeah.
They are part of this industry. And they are there. You need to find them. Okay. So in this town, men don't do sponsorships. Any event organizer, if you are doing events in this town, and you have men doing sponsorship for you, forget it. If you sell Kwame that, you won't bring 10,000.
So there's a secret to this.
You don't bring it. And sometimes
you need a gatekeeper.
There are gatekeepers who are controlling the system. They know, they will tell you, I have
So you work with them?
I work with them.
Yeah.
You know, and I work with, and sometimes.
So that's working smart, by the way.
Working smart.
Yeah.
You need to, and that's their job they do.
Yeah.
They will come to you, they will tell me, Ernest, when your company go home, my proposal, make my bros this amount, maybe they are saying.
It's their job.
And they go and do it. And we have some guys too who are also doing that now. They've also marshaled the confidence. And they've had the trust in the people. They go.
Right.
Sometimes your proposal can even be approved. The person will call the MD and say that some government sponsor more.
And it will work.
It will work. So you need to know how to wash your hands. You need to be able to know how to give back when somebody helps you to gain. Some people, they finish all. They are stingy and they don't give back to people who support them. The next year, they go back to the same people and ask them, nobody will mind you. So the whole thing that we are discussing has both a formal approach and an informal approach that we need to look at it and address very well. Right. That this is the industry round. There are gatekeepers within the spaces of events that we are doing that we need to respect their works. Because the creative will continue to grow from different chapters. Now, today I have unveiled one thing to you that you didn't know about.
Please unveil
that we have ladies who controls and men who control the sponsorship system now. That if you're an event organizer, you put that thing, you sit with them, have a meeting, and they will tell you, okay, this one, they will handle the thing smoothly for you. You are likely to get it.
Right.
So it's all about this. It's all also about eloquence. Being able to that. Sometimes they will call you. I've had companies, they say, Mr. Ernest, come and do presentation. The whole board, you go to their room and they are there. They say, come and do presentation of your event. And if you claim you are an event organizer, you are the head of production for awards, Ghana Music Awards, and you go to this meeting and you can't present your company. Kwame, some of the things when you see this horrible, you don't even blame the companies. A person who claims he's doing an event doesn't even know what he's doing on the night of the event. He goes to the sponsorship board, he goes and mess up.
Yeah.
He goes to mess up. You ask him, what date are you doing it? We are doing between 19th and August. Sorry. Then you come back and say. So that's what I'm saying. The technical know-how is a factor.
Right.
Learning, being a master of what you are doing is important. because money is difficult to make. And people who make them protect it with their blood. So if you want to get some of that to sponsor your event, which after whether the event goes successful or not, you won't pay back, you need to be able to come up with credible facts. Show credibility, power, strength, that my name is Kwame Dadzie. This is the event I'm doing. I'm doing divorce awards in Ghana. So this is what I'm doing. And this is my categories. What I said, best abused lady, best hips lady, best kissable lady. You put all the categories together. You should be able to defend it to a sponsor. That look, my best kissable lady is the best in the whole country. She can kiss with her tongue, flitting through the whole thing to the pool. You should be able to define it. As I say. So these are things that you should know. Technical know-how. You need to master craft before you can get anything.
Kwame, you're leading this conversation. I'll be finding out from you, but let's engage our viewers over there. If you just join us here on the show, we're talking about sponsorship for the creatives. This weekend on Saturday, Showbiz A to Z is taking upon themselves this, serious task to have a round table and have this conversation and try as much as possible to bring some sort of closure to this entire, I don't know how to put it. It's more like a mess in the industry, but we'll see how best they'll be able to do that. You can also send your thoughts to us on our social media page. Our WhatsApp line is active. It will be on your screen, so you can do so. Kwame,
Yeah.
from all that you heard and what has happened in previous times and why you guys have taken upon yourselves to do this, you think that we would have some impact or some sort of closure, if not entirely, making sure that every event gets to have sponsorship? You think that we're headed to making some sense?
Oh,
in
yes. It's all about learning. And just as Doctor said, it's starting right here, giving us all the apple to everything. I think that when you fail to learn from people, you encounter challenges. And that is why maybe we're having all these challenges. Goes ahead to also point out the fact that in sponsorship, I'm not sure it's all about money. Because there are things that you do to seek sponsorship that are not monetary. But it appears all the conversation has been about getting money from somebody to do your event. There are so many ways that
there are formal and informal approach.
No, I'm talking about the fact that we've been focused about just the monetary aspect of it. But somebody may just give you lighting or maybe a sound system.
Right.
Other things as sponsorship.
Technical
and so
sponsorship, yeah.
anytime anybody from this space says that I need a sponsor, it's more or less about just the monetary aspect of it. But we are going to look at everything.
But those ones are more relationship based. Because me, if I'm doing my event, I can go to a Jeanette service. Jenna, it's just a telephone. Jenna, I need screens. Also, and so person, he'll give it to you. Those ones are relationship based.
No, but you see, sometimes when starting afresh, you are somebody who has been in the industry for a long time, and so you have the people, okay? Somebody who is new to the system, starting afresh, may not have that relationship talking about. True. Obviously, you need somebody to help you with all these things that we're talking about. And so it is not just about people who have been in the industry for long, but it's for everybody. That is why I'm saying that it's not only the monetary aspect. So tomorrow, we talk about the sponsorship that is not monetary, all those logistics and everything that you need. Then we come to the apport that you just given us, as in you getting people, the women who go and broker the deal for you and all that. So we have people who have the knowledge in procurement, for example. We have Kwabena Atabedu, who is a procurement expert. Okay. He'll be there. Then the woman you spoke to, Regina Ofori, is a brand director and also a marketing executive. Yeah. She'll be there as well. Then from the creative industry, we have
Ivan is coming.
Ivan
Kwashiga. From his perspective as a creative, he also produces content. And as somebody who creates content, you need sponsorship. You need people to help you push that. He'll be there. Then Baba Sadiq, who is the CEO or founder of 3 Music Networks, will also be there. And I'm very sure he has a lot to share when it comes to sponsorship.
I'm more excited about Latif Abubakar because I belong in the playwright and the theater space. And it's one of the most difficult spaces to get sponsorship. He's done it very well for a period. And wherever you go, they'll mention his name. So I'm excited that he's going to be on this table. How he's been able to do it all these years.
Rose, one person I would love to see on this one is Uncle Bo White.
Uncle Bo White is a keynote speaker, actually.
So these are speakers, they are keynote speakers.
This is more or less like the panel.
Okay.
Then we have the keynote speakers. Uncle Bowites is on. We have Bright Lajepo. He's the CEO of PhD Media Ghana Limited. Then we have other contributors.
Are you bringing Prince McKay?
Prince McKay.
What is happening with RTP? I can't ask you that.
That's why Prince McKay has to be there.
Prince McKay will come.
We want to know.
We are inviting Prince McKay. He will come, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But we have other contributors.
We want to know what's happening with RTP, right?
we want to know.
It used to be the biggest brand.
Yeah.
And we don't know what is happening now. So maybe one day we'll get him to have a conversation
RTP
with him on
was
that.
controversy.
Yeah, there's a lot of
From day one.
It's one of the hottest.
Remember me and McKay fight in the radio station.
You know this. You said that we needed the government to be a part of it, and we know that Honorable Marco Krikuman is also going to be part of it.
He's an event organizer himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
So
High Life
it's
night.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good that he's going to be a part of it because you said that tax waivers will actually encourage more companies to come on board. It's not easy. Sometimes, when it comes to the music industry, they'll say, because it's music, we know that we can get a black sheriff, we can get this. But when it comes to theater, it's different.
I understand.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Especially when you are coming up fresh. You go to them and they're like, we haven't seen what you've done before. We don't know if you'll be able to pull the numbers. And so we will not sponsor. And you are saying that sometimes not even the numbers, but it's me helping you to sell. But sometimes they don't even look at that. They'll tell you, I would rather pay a radio station to play my advert than to come on board on what you're doing. And so it's a little bit difficult in the industry when you are trying to come out.
Yeah, Rose, I like what you just said. Sponsorship problem in Ghana is not only a problem with the creative art industry. In fact, it goes beyond, even with the football fraternity. And I have spoken on a number of platforms and mentioned that things that they are supposed to do even for our Premier League in Ghana, what they need to do to be able to win sponsorship and other things to support. Because me, I'm sitting here. If you tell me to mention one Kotoko player, I don't know. So, if the local don't even know the players, the packaging, the branding, from what we watch with Chelsea and these people playing, if you call Nathaniel right now here, he can mention every player of Manchester United, even the one they're about to buy him. He knows the name. But if you tell him to mention all the players of a Premier League, the Ghana one, he will have to refer to his notes. So there's a problem. That's why I'm saying that the problem with sponsorship goes beyond even some of the things we are discussing here. It's a technical problem, and then it's also an administrative problem.
Okay.
And this is the thing. I did one event, and the companies, they have, especially with the corporate ones, they have something small thing they are looking for.
Right.
Not all the companies even will want to sponsor you, and they want the larger media, billboards and everything. No, they don't want it. I did an event. The person said that he wants to just come and speak at the event for just 5 minutes to talk.
Just that.
That's the benefit the person wanted.
That's all that he wants. And I said, I wanted to find out why this woman interested in just coming to talk everything. And then we tried to squeeze, and then between performances, before the woman wanted to talk, people are leaving. And then she went to the podium and said, thank you so much, we'll meet next year. She didn't say a word. Then we closed the event, she called me and said the sponsorship is cancelled. Oh. I said, madam, we are putting your image on the flyer.
She doesn't want
That's what she wants.
Ernest, did I told you I want that? I don't want that. All that I wanted, I want to speak 5 minutes to the people that are gathered here. And I'll pay you your money. You see,
that was how she wanted.
That's how she wanted. So we need to understand what the companies are looking for.
Right.
It's not the regular, I'll give you media, I'll put your logo here, I'll put you on TV and every year. Listen, every event organizer must understand that every company that is trying to put $100,000 into you can automatically walk to multimedia front desk or marketing department and pay money and get that kind of advertising that you want to give to him.
That's it.
He can even get discounts.
Yeah.
If he put $100,000 down, he will get it. So we need to have, and sometimes we try to make it like, I'm giving you brand elevation. I'm giving you this. I'm going to market your company. Who told you a man who is giving you 100,000 Ghana cedis cannot go to Joy FM and then pay that money to Abu, and then Abu will give him that mileage? Do you know what it is? They'll put you on the Joy Prime. What advert the man fit and a pack up man, you become popular. He doesn't need your concert again.
At all.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we need to change the conversation. Instead of we trying to make it look like, oh, when you sponsor VGMA, you become the biggest company in the world. It's not true. There are things that these companies are looking out for. That's why I said that the problem is both formal and informal. The formal aspect of it has to do with what the companies are looking out for in terms of sponsoring some of these things that we are doing. The informal aspect of it has something to do with our own technical know-how as event organizers. There are too many mushroom people, everybody saying that I'm an event organizer. The technical know-how we don't offer. You promise that the show, Shatta Wale is coming, Black Sherif is coming, this person is coming, everything. People come to the event, they pay ticket to come and say, the company put their money because they know that Shatta Wale is coming to perform.
Right.
Because Black Sherif is coming to perform. The company CEO, Wakache Bushafu, Wakache wife, and you also the CEOs, their wives are very powerful.
Yeah.
Their wives are very powerful. In fact, they are the approvers. They actually tell the husband to us to, oh, honey, this one, they allow Black Sherif approve. Because he knows that in the proposal you submitted, you said Black Sherif, you did a flyer, cover page, you put Shatta Wale, all the top artists, that they are all coming. So the madam saw the thing on the breakfast table. He said, honey, what is that one? He said, oh, Kwame doesn't submit it. He said there's a program. He said we should look. Oh, honey, hey, this one, I love Black Sherif. This one, the sponsor. Right away, that thing has not gone to the board, but madam of the house, the senior IGP, has approved the thing.
Yeah, and it's in the Bible. A wise man listens to the counsel of the
You
wise.
understand?
So,
I
mean, biblically,
I'm
it's
telling
supposed to be.
And
I'm
the other
telling you.
madams too cannot.
Yes.
How did we get there?
The other madams too have power sometimes.
Yeah.
The other madams.
No, they are the power to the people.
So you disappoint them when they get there and the people don't.
And then the CEO with the whole family came to the event National Conference Center, seated full. The wife in chain. In fact, they have actually told one of their daughter who's at the Pantipin to come.
The other madams are also at the back.
The other man. And then they are actually the power controllers. Your team international, they are the one chatting. Oh, it's getting late, honey. Oh, when you go to the event, sometimes ask the cameraman, they see a lot of things. They see the thing we don't see. They can put the camera on and see some messages. This is come on, course. Oh, tell me. Oh, no, they will brother.
Side chick gang.
Oh, no, they will brother. What the other one here? Then when they
Controller General.
And then this man is sitting at the event, Rose, or toward the 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 midnight.
Yeah, brand promise.
No Black Sherif.
Yeah.
No Shatta Wale. And then the following year, this man, Jede, you disappointed his staff, the company, to the point of the family, wifey, IGP, to I disappointed. The next year, confidently in your suits,
You want to go for that.
you go and
again.
knock. Say, we want to submit a proposal. You should be lucky for the man to pick your call.
Yeah.
We have messages coming in. Hello, good morning, Rose. I think why 3 Music has not gotten sponsorship is because of his position to run for NDC parliamentary. All these years, he has been getting that. Why now? This from Mary Kumasi. Okay, so she's trying to say Baba Sadiq is running for the NDC parliamentary this year. You think that could be a factor?
Has he been getting sponsorship over the years as in headline sponsor?
No,
he's never had a headline.
He
He's
has
a-
a lot from their own strength.
Yeah, people who fund the event,
Yeah.
you know. But I've heard the political aspect of it. Some people think that because of his political background, the fact that he's NDC, some companies may not want to associate with him because once you do, you may be perceived as NDC or pro-NDC. And so I don't know if that is anything to go by, but maybe there is some truth in there because if you are a company and you are sponsoring an event that is owned by or funded by somebody who is
Belongs
popularly,
to a political party?
yes, linked to a political party, and he doesn't hide that. He's now a candidate, you see? And so if it happens like that, I think it would be right for anybody to make this assumption that maybe that is why he's not getting the sponsorship. I'm not sure any company out there who doesn't want to meddle in politics would want to sponsor this event so that the impression is created, oh, maybe they also NDC.
Kwame, I stand to be corrected.
But you see, people think differently.
I stand to be corrected because the Baba Sadiq that we all know
Yeah.
in this town,
Yeah.
from year one from Wonderland, or say,
Widerland.
the one we went and slept in the tent.
That was also cancelled last year.
Yeah. They did the first one, the second one didn't
Let me tell
happen.
you, right from the time we were sleeping in the tent at that park with the animals,
Yeah, I was there.
he has been an NDC person.
Yes, that's what
Any
it is,
company that wants to, he has never shied away from his political belief. I was being with him on the Hits FM morning, myself and the Dusty. We've been with him for years. Baba Sadiq, and so then he was getting it.
Was he getting?
He was getting. But he got what Widerland. He got the 3 music that was sponsors. Even that,
he
was still
headline sponsors.
When he was even with Honorable Jomama, His Excellency, at the campaign tours, he was still getting it. Like I'm saying, there could be several reasons why, and which maybe Sadiq has not spoken, and I'm believing God and Allah that tomorrow that Allah will touch his heart to unveil the secret, the truth, on this platform you've given to him, so that all these myths surrounding these assumptions can be watered down. Sadiq must speak, and he's trying to speak, and he has to allow to speak. So I'm saying that it's never true with this political aspect of it. No, because the brand that the young man has built, for a better word, is even far bigger than maybe his political ambition. It's a powerful brand. 3 Music.
No, it's huge. I mean,
but you know how petty people can be.
It actually becomes a factor because some people have been sidelined. When I had a conversation with Nasir told me that, when he sang, that's what was it?
Yeah, the political song.
Some churches refused to put him on stage.
Yes.
But that song is not played in church.
Yes, but they stopped.
So why would the church invite you to sing Onampo?
No. They didn't. No, they were not. He was not allowed to sing any of his gospel songs
as a person,
as a gospel musician, because they tagged him as an NDC man, and he said it right here.
But my dear Rose, that is hypocritical, because from the church, any church that would do that, because the same person has done Asada, and I see the pastors they are waving.
Yes.
So the same person who did Onampo within few years has done Asada, and you people are dancing. So why won't you continue to dance to everything he does?
So that's the issue that
but
we
have.
But
we are polarized when it comes to politics in this country.
Yes.
And we are petty as well.
Yeah.
So you should expect some of this to happen.
But when we do that, we put people into a cage. We try to put people into a cage, trying to allow them to live like the way we want people to live. And that's one of the problems I have in this country. That people wake up, they say that they wakes up in his house and want Rosalind to dress the way he wants in his own house. Forgetting what Rosalind does. She's a TV presenter, and this is television. You are in your home, in an Anglican church. There's a difference. There are differentials.
Yeah.
So, and people must allow people to live their life. Oh, we put people into a cage that, this is the end. People can get heart attack from some of these things because it's not comfortable when you are put into such a corner cage like that.
So imagine a gospel musician who had been banned by some churches from singing in their church because he had done a political song.
Yeah.
Same thing. Probably it's happening with some of these people who have associated themselves to certain political parties.
I don't think we can dismiss this factor, though. I don't think we can dismiss
maybe 5%. Yeah, the assumption could be 5%. Maybe we can rate it at 5% as true. Yeah, but
But are you shocked that the church stopped a gospel musician from singing in their churches?
I get a bit shocked when I hear some of these things because the church is there to prepare people to heaven.
Yeah.
The church is looking for people to go to heaven. That's why they spend money to go for evangelism, asking people, all sinners to come and go to heaven. So now if somebody is a sinner and you stop the person from coming to church, then what is the essence of the evangelism? Then when you stop everything. Because the church is to prepare.
No, maybe the church doesn't want to be tagged NDC by, quote unquote, employing an NDC singer to perform at the church.
The church first has a mandate. The church first, Kwame, has a primary function. That is the body of the person, your soul. The church is responsible to the human being soul, not your NDC colors. So the salvation of the person is important than any colors that you have. And so the church should not have any mandate of stopping anybody because the person is from CPP, from Odatilamti or party or any other thing. There should be a clear mandate to that effect. When you do that, you are preparing people to heaven. You say all sinners must come. And then a sinner is coming, you say, don't come.
You see, these same people in the churches are the same people occupying these top positions. So then it happens. But your final submission before you go, PCNS.
Well, my final submission on this matter, first of all, let me thank Multimedia for the kind partnership with Ghana Music Awards UK for the last 7 years. It's been a beautiful marriage. And we are believing God that this marriage will continue till Jesus comes.
No divorce plans.
No divorce plans. Yeah, no divorce plans. And I know that Mrs. Adam is at the top listening to me. And then Abu is also listening. And so for whatever he's watching me, Abu, let this marriage continue. Because we love you with the powerful wedding ring.
Emily is also watching.
Emily is also watching. So we thank them, we thank Multimedia for their support. It's been wonderful. Every year they carry the event from the UK and all that. It's been wonderful. I must also say that we want to cement the creative art industry as a powerful tool for development. We want to contribute to GDP, government GDP.
Yeah.
We want to contribute effectively to whatever government is doing. We want to contribute our quota to the development of this country. We can only achieve this feat by having corporate organizations putting support, tapping our shoulder and telling all of us that wherever you are coming from, you can make it to the top. And it's important we try. In this quest where we sit now, where we find ourselves now, we can champion that cause through a stronger technical support and enforcement. Technical know-how. Let us all encourage this conversation, strengthen it, and allow creative art people to get themselves educated in the field of their calling. So that people and this corporate organization will put a lot of respect on our brands and to be able to match our brands with the kind of equity they want to put into us. By so doing, we'll become successful.
PCNS, thank you so much. Thank you. And it's Saturday, next week Saturday,
It's
right?
next week Friday.
Friday.
Sorry, next week Friday.
Yeah, your
Red
invitation
carpet.
card is in the car.
I'm going to
That's why you are forgetting the day.
At exactly 7 p.m. we have to be there at Labadi Beach Hotel.
Yeah.
Kwame, tomorrow it is.
Tomorrow, Showbiz Roundtable, Labadi Beach Hotel, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. It will be live on Joy 99.7 FM, online, and you can also interact with us. If you want to be part of this, you want to attend, just send us your name and your contact number to 055 11 997. 055 11 997. Yes, by invitation.
Strictly by
You've been
invite.
invited, right?
Yes.
Somebody invited me.
I did.
So I'm doing the side attraction
Yes.
for tomorrow.
As what?
My goodness. Oh, dog.
He's
We don't want any
He's the biggest-
Bodia
He's
thing.
the
Wow, you don't
he's
want
the
your
biggest
program to be
musician in
successful?
Ghana. And if you want your program to be successful, you
He
have
doesn't
to
want his
invite
program
him.
to be
We don't want
successful.
Bodia performance.
Look at that.
So we are
It's
still
a
calling.
pressure to have me there.
Yo.
You say you don't want.
Come, but no Bodia things.
Anyway,
No,
so
Abodi and Abodi.
we are still calling on the lady that sent her message with regards to our divorce series. We know you sent a message saying that the man that you are divorcing actually threatened to release some nude pictures of yours. You are a pastor in a big church, so we definitely want to hear from you. Please send in your message again. We want your number because we want to have your story again. So please and please again, send in your messages.
Rose, I want to find out, how are people able to record their sex actions? Because
They set the camera and.
how do they set the camera?
No,
because
technology,
the
I mean,
act
put the
is so
camera there.
swift and is so swift that the pressure between these parties. I wonder what time they get to go and record.